Hi guys, back with another video. This is going to be another one of my cooking videos. I'm going to show you how I make a stir fry using venison. Now the cut of meat I'm going to use some pieces of backstrap. You could use steak or any other cut. You could cut meat off of a roast. I'm going to show you how I make a stir fry using venison. Alright, first thing I got some water boiling. I'm going to go ahead and throw my rice, get my rice going. I got everything measured out. I guess it depends on how big of a, how many people are eating, how much rice you're going to need. So we got the rice. I got my venison up here. I actually had to put it on defrost, get it out of the freezer. So I'll show you what I'm going to do next. Alright, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our pieces of venison and cut them into small bite-sized chunks. I like to make them on the kind of on the thin side. They'll fry up better. So we got a couple packages of backstrap here we're going to have to go through and cut. I use these scissors. Now, I got these scissors, my mother had them in a box of stuff she was getting rid of. So I really don't know where to tell you to get them, but boy, these things really come in handy. They're pretty sharp. But for something like this, they're perfect. So I'm going to cut this up. I'll get everything ready and I'll show you my next step. Alright, the next step is I just get some water, put it in my skillet, and I usually turn it on about medium heat. I let that skillet get good and warm and then I put the meat in. We got everything ready to go here. We'll just wait for the burner to heat up. Alright, we got the burner heating up. Some people use oil. I just use water because I could just add more water. And we'll just put our meat in. Smells good, and I didn't even add anything to it yet. But we'll be getting to that here in a little bit. Alright, the next thing we do is we start adding some spices. So I use all kind of stuff. Use a lot of black pepper. Now what I do is I spice it up pretty good because when I add the vegetables, that's going to tame it down a little bit. I got this stuff. I put it on. I just recently got it. It's got a mixture of everything in it. You could use just about anything. If there's certain spices that you like, that's what you want to use. Got some chives here. Some minced onion. And garlic powder. That's one of my favorites there, is the garlic powder. I usually don't put salt in it. I'm supposed to watch my sodium, but I'm sure I'm getting plenty of sodium with all this stuff. And the one ingredient that's really what I use is some soy sauce. Use a good bit of it there. Sometimes what you do as this cooks up a little bit, sometimes you could taste it. See if you need to add a little bit more. There's a lot of things you can. Sometimes I put Red Hot in it, Frank's Red Hot, or a generic version of it. You could smell it. I wish you could smell this because it really smells good. As we can see, most of our water is cooking up. So we're going to let that go for a little bit longer, and then I'll show you what's next. Alright, it's looking pretty good there. As we can see, it's getting pretty dry in there. So now for the last ingredient, I got these frozen bags. Now all this one contains is peppers and onions. It has 3 different colors of peppers, the red, green, and yellow, and onions. Now if I'm making a big batch, I might put 2 bags of this in, and I just sprinkle these all over. With the ice in there, that'll give it a little bit more moisture to cook up. Some people remove the meat. I just leave it in there, lets it cook just a little bit longer. They make all kind of different stir fry packages. Some of them contain cauliflower and broccoli and snow peas and all that. Whatever you like, yeah, that's what you would use. Pretty simple to make. I have a wok, but I don't use it. I use this. I don't know why. I just find it easier. So basically, what I do is I just keep an eye on it till those vegetables thaw out a little bit. You don't want to do it too long because the vegetables will get like soggy. I just let it go for a little bit, and then we'll be ready to sample some. Alright, I think we're about done. All the vegetables feel, but you can tell when you're moving it around, you can feel those vegetables if they're still frozen. I think everything's pretty well thawed out. It's time to get myself a plate and give it a try. I made this rice earlier. Alright, let's let it cool down and we'll give it a try. Alright guys, we're going to sample the finished product. Now one thing I like to do is I like to add a little bit more flavor to it. Sometimes I might add some Red Hot, I might add more soy sauce. This time we're putting some sweet and sour sauce on it. One of the other things you could do, I don't have any, is add some pineapple to it. That really gives it a good flavor. So you could eat it without adding anything to it. Just taste it and see what you like. So here we go. We're going to give it a sample. That's good. Alright guys, well that's it for my cooking video. I hope you guys like these. I'll show some more of these type videos in the future. So thanks for tagging along with me. I'll see you on the next video.